juu chondo inashonewa Ukambani.
What comes to your mind when you hear of terms like call box, sanduku la posta, or cassette? Well, tonight we take you on a journey through time, tracing the evolution of the ICT industry. And as Allan Aoko narrates, Kenya emerged from the humble beginnings of IT computing in the 1960s to the vibrant digital landscape of today. Take a look.
To tell this story, we had to locate the main stars, a collection of nostalgia all in one place, a technological wormhole that is an envy of every enthusiast. Unknown to some, this treasure is domiciled at the Multimedia University of Kenya's ICT Museum. Hello there. Welcome to one of the first telephone operation centers in the country. These manual communication boards formed the basis for call centers in the country between 1940s and the 1990s. Hello? You want me to connect you to where?
This museum was set up because our history is in the telecommunications field. Since MMU was formed, then people do not know about multimedia, but we are one of the first higher education centers.
It is here that we see how in the early 1960s, Kenya took its first steps into the digital realm, the era of typewriters like these ones. And when the internet was introduced in the early 1990s, these computers were the hallmark of any office that wanted serious work done. Back then, only electronic mail was available. The pioneers of this digital revolution were Kenyans, returning from overseas, expatriates, international government and non-governmental organizations.
We used to have great walls by then for some rich families in the village. So that's the only way we could be able to access even TV. I think it was KBC, this TV, it's the only one in our village.
So when we talk about ICT in Kenya and the trend or its trajectory from when it began in 1980s, we can also trace it back. ICT, we can trace it back to 1960s and 70s, the freedoms in America, the women movement, all of them are about freedom.
These tech pioneers did well to usher Kenya into the late 1970s. Kenyans were introduced to a new era of data processing, laying the foundation for more to come.
Someone was sending money to you. You either had to come collect it via matatu, you come and pick them and go back. Or the money is sent via matatu, and then you go to that place and collect that money.
When it was the Stone Age, people were comfortable just going around and eating. Then that became obsolete and they went to the agricultural era. But today we are in the information era.
This was the password for those days.
And in mid-1990s, the ICT sector began to witness a dramatic turnaround. By 1999, a new telecom law was passed, establishing a multi-operator environment.
In fact, for those who have been here for a long time, they say that this is the home of Safaricom, because Safaricom was conceptualized here, because it was a new technology coming in.
The introduction of mobile telephony and the rapid penetration of mobile phone access resulted in considerable improvement in the lives of Kenyans. As we look to the future, the Kenya National Digital Master Plan 2022-2032 provides a blueprint for leveraging and deepening the contribution of ICT to accelerate economic growth by leveraging tech startups.
When we talk about IT now, we're talking about software, we're talking about the hardware, we're talking about the networking, we're talking about now AI, machine learning. All these areas are areas which our young people who are in this IT and the communication space would like to learn and know.
I believe we shall be able to employ a lot of developers and a lot of employees from Kenya, and thus we shall be able to maintain our status quo as being the Silicon Savannah.
But what are some of the challenges that bedevils the ICT sector in Kenya, and what can we do to make sure that the heritage that is being brought to us is maintained for future generations?
Innovators, yes, there are many forums, various, not very many, but they have opportunities to showcase what they have. But we don't have a deliberate pathway for commercialization and also ensuring that the innovator is factored in.
From the word of those taking part and making a living from Kenya's ICT system, we can harness the power of ICT to drive our economy and positively impact lives. From its humble beginnings to its current status as a key driver of the economy, ICT is a testament to the power of innovation. Allan Aoko, Prime Edition.
Thank you, Allan Aoko, for that report. And on that techie note, we close business news this evening. Sports